We are back answering your stimulus-related questions with Scott Braddock from Scott Braddock Financial and Mark Hensley from AARP North Carolina, the Triad Region. All right, this is a popular question. I've seen it come up a couple times now. I had direct deposit the first time, but closed the bank account. Do I need to do anything, or will I automatically get a check? Mark?
So closing that account is really close the door. That's the only information the IRS has. So it'll go to the bank, it'll bounce back, and unless you receive some type of payment by check or a debit card within a couple of days after January the 15th, if you've not received that, then you have to file that rebate on your Form 1040 or a form called the 1040 SR.
Okay, so we will definitely be talking more about your tax forms that you will need as it gets closer. Scott, this person says, I did not receive my check the last time because the bank took my check because I owed them. Is there anything I can do about that? Now that's changed in the second stimulus.
So Tanya, you had said the bank had kept the check?
That's what it says.
Interesting, because they owed the bank. Now that is new to me. I haven't heard of that particular situation. Mark, have you?
So it sounds like the account was overdrawn, and when the deposit was made, it brought it back up at least, hopefully, to at least $1 or more. So to say the bank took it, it sounds to me like there was a hole there that had to be filled, and when the deposit was made, it just simply filled that account back up.
Well, I actually had a friend who they owed mortgage money, and so they did take that money into escrow because of that. So that's an interesting tidbit there. Okay, this person is saying, my husband and I received only half the stimulus money that we were owed. Who do we contact to find out why this happened?
Well, don't call the IRS. They've specifically said stop calling the 1-800 number. And this is really where they're going to file for that stimulus, that rebate on their taxes when they file in 2021 for 2020. That's going to really resolve all of the issues where there have been mistakes, where there have been holes and gaps that people didn't receive the right amount of money. This is going to be the place to clear it up.
Okay, this person asked, if I owe unemployment, do I get the second stimulus payment?
Yes, if you unemployment, everyone this time around is entitled to receive the stimulus check. The only caveat with the first stimulus check was that if you owed back child support, but with this new round of stimulus, even those owing back child support will receive the stimulus check.
All right, this person says, I received the first stimulus check. Why am I not eligible for the second stimulus check? And this could have a variety of answers, actually.
Yeah, that's curious. One idea that comes to my mind is I know a lot of folks will, especially business owners, will file extensions to October to file their, for example, their 2019 tax return. So if that was filed by October 15th later in the year, well, now the IRS knows what your income was for 2019, and you may have become disqualified based on the income threshold.
Okay. This person says, if you receive the debit card, will banks cash it out or ATM? Mark, my understanding is that you can use it just like any other prepaid debit card.
Yeah, it's a prepaid debit card. There's no fees or transaction costs associated with it, and you can use it to cash out. I don't know that there are limits, but you can use it to make purchases at any retailer that uses a card system.
This person says, I'm a single parent, head of household with a dependent that is 17. Why doesn't he count for a stimulus payment?
Well, that's real easy. They cut off the age at 16. So 16 and younger, 17 and older is no. It's unfortunate. And I just want to add in here, this is something we've advocated for, that again, in this stimulus, if you're an adult being counted as a dependent by your adult children because of your low income, they're also not eligible for a dependent stimulus. And these are really the lowest income kind of folks. So it's really heartbreaking that I think these are the folks that really need it. But unfortunately, like college students and those 17 and above, dependents are not going to get a stimulus.
Right, and I'm hoping the person who just texted us while you were talking heard that, because they said, my daughter claimed me on her taxes in 2019 and I didn't get the stimulus. Will I get it this time? And the answer is no. All right, and so very quickly, Scott, we have until January 15th, and once the January 15th time comes, if there's no payment or nothing in the mail, we need to do what?
So if you don't receive it by the 15th, you need to claim this tax credit on your 2020 tax return. Again, this is a tax credit. The only difference for this year is that they sent it as a cash stimulus check so that it could help folks that were struggling. So in traditional circumstances, what we would do to receive tax credits like a qualified child tax credit is claim that on our tax return. So that's what we want to do come 2020.
Okay, so the message we want to make sure that you know is if you're not going to get this stimulus, there is another way to do it, and that is filing taxes, and there's many ways to do that for free. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Mark. We appreciate you lending your expertise. Thank you for sending in your questions. If you missed any of today's interview, it's going to be posted on WFNYnews2.com.